Hi Capricorn, it's Power and Light Tarot coming at you with the reading. And Capricorn, today we have another great reading for you guys, and I hope you guys are well. This is going to be your tarot reading for anybody with a lot of Capricorn in their natal chart. Yes, and you can get your chart, you can get it online, and yeah, and so I would, always recommend doing that. And in this reading, Capricorn, and Capricorn placements, right? Anybody with a lot, we see the tower, and this tower is solid foundation and success with effort, right? Nothing comes easy in this world unless you were born into some, family that, had a silver spoon. And so, but, and everything is more worthwhile when it has effort. Even kids, when they have to kind of work for their own money, whatever they buy with that money, they take better care of it. Yeah, and it's human nature, right? But yeah, there's some type of success predicted here for you, Capricorn. And yeah, before we begin though, Capricorn, if you'd like your own psychic reading, you may always get one. They're accurate. I'm a Silva grad. And then we go into the tarot spread after. So you have two unique insights. We do them on the phone. They're lots of fun. They're very personal. And if you want a video, we can, get you that as well. And you can also have a tarot reading unto itself. You may. If you would like a free 5-minute psychic reading with Mystic Sense, that link is below. So let's get snapping here, or cracking, right? And we see here that somebody made a decision, because I have this card, Duralex and Sed Lex, right? Lex is the law in Latin, right? I don't speak Latin. No, it looks really hard, and I didn't study it. They didn't have it in school. No, I think you have to seek that out if you want to learn that, right? But this is the law, and here is the judge. So this talks about somebody who has made a decision, and they made it knowing that they can carry it out, whatever they are, whatever they're doing. Yeah, and so this is a great card because it talks also about, it's just knowing that if you put the effort into something that you can have it. But it's based on a decision, kind of like, well, I'm available to do it. Or it's definitely somebody who knows they can carry this out. Yeah, it's not somebody who makes a decision to go, well, I live in Texas and my girlfriend's over there in South Carolina, so I don't think I can, this is going to be harder for me, stuff like that. No, it's somebody who knows themselves well, and they're kind of like their availability, really, or they're able to do this. And then we have the devil, and the devil, Capricorn, is somebody who, in this deck, right, he's got a palette here, and he's got all these kind of, these skulls on the ground. So, and then he's got the palette in his hand, like he's painting, and there's the word coagula here, which is really about the blood and how it kind of moves, right? Coagulating blood here. But interesting, this really talks about he's trying to paint something that he wants, so he can have it. And all these devils, or all these skulls down here, are just representations of him checking off his to-do list, or not really, with pros and cons. So we see here with both of these cards that somebody really made an effort to figure this out about you and them, about this solid foundation. And now, for some, this could be about your work, Capricorn. We're not, we're not sure, but we do have the King of Cups over here, so it could be about love. It's usually about love, right? And here is the moon, and the moon on the water showing up in the Wildwood deck, right, at the Wild Wild West. Come on, right? And so that's a very old song, right? I used to like it. It was in the beginning of hip hop. Yeah, it really was. And which is really kind of, I don't know, it's a little bit like rap, right? It's kind of all the same pretty much, but maybe a lighter version of it. Let's have a look at the moon on the water, which is, the moon, of course. And this is the moon on the water, heralds a time of inner transformation, initiation, or awareness. All right, rebirth, the still point of potential. I love that. I think that's beautiful. The way they put that. The path of the moon. Okay, the gateway of the soul. Yeah, this is somebody who's going through an awakening here, or they're being reborn. The tides of emotion and consciousness. Yeah, the moon is about your feelings, right? Wherever it falls in your chart, in your natal chart, is what nurtures you or what you need to feel safe, basically. It is the fourth house of home and family, which is, you know, in our childhood, what makes us feel safe to this day, right? Your address and where you live, and not only that, but your family and whoever nurtures you, right? And it can just be a tribe, like friends, or possibly if we're not married, things like that, right? But the primal source of intuition and initiation, yeah, this is a cycle ending and beginning with rebirth. That's what it is. And we have the King of Cups is showing up here, and let's have a look at the King of Cups. And yeah, and they call that the King of Vessels. Yeah, because this is the stork. Oh, it says the heron. Okay, it's the heron. All right. I didn't know herons look so much. The face is a heron, right? But the legs, I didn't know they were kind of that long. Yeah, there's another bird that looks just like the heron. I forget the name, and he's over there at the lake. Yeah, when I used to go to the lake in the summer. Yeah, it's beautiful. Okay, let's look at this card, artistic ability. Yeah, the King of Cups, of course, right? Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, they're creative. Honesty and integrity, purposeful equality, responsibility, consideration of others, affection, support, and companionship. Yeah, consideration of others because of the compassionate nature, right? Of, for sure, Pisces and Cancer, yeah. And Scorpio, I don't know if Scorpios are like powerful and they have their own, right? But yeah, I'm sure that they can be compassionate as well. But yeah. And so we have, as a person in your life, a deep belief in fairness, honesty, and honor colors everything you do. Definitely. However, your admiration of self-control can sometimes make you appear too rigid. Interesting. The profound depths of your character, once stirred into action, carry all before it. As a person in your life, this is a way shower or a mentor whose tolerance gives him or her a peaceful demeanor. Yeah, wow. Very often he is a catalyst that helps groups to gel, for he gives a place to each individual. This could be somebody who's a counselor or just a very compassionate friend, right? Or just a mentor, right? Like your own personal a mentor can be kind of a friend, but somebody who is kind of teaching you, right? Or displaying their wisdom, and therefore you are kind of learning from that, right? Exercising diplomacy, keeping a broad-minded perspective as an event, an exhibition, art show, or creative display. Wow, that's very cool. And where is tolerance needed? Who is depending upon your support? Where is your loving duty here? Somebody feels like they have a loving duty to you, Capricorn. I'm pretty sure here. And the Three of Stones is here. This is like the Three of Pentacles. And, this is about creating, right? The Three of Pentacles. Usually the three people are creating, one of them's creating a stone glass window in the church, right? But it's collaboration as well. But look at her body language. She says, I created this. It kind of looks like Stonehenge or something, right? I created this and I'm going to protect it. So stand back because, mofo, right? Yeah, let's look at that Three of Stones, mofo. Let's see what it says here, right? And and this is the courage, freedom, and skill that allow the artist to mediate this energy. Okay, see, somebody wants to create something with you that is super compassionate and beautiful. That's what this is about. And here they have thought about it long and hard with these two cards. They even made a pros and cons list, Capricorn, right? And maybe they put this, for the judge, he's supposed to be the wise one, right? Maybe they, put on a wig like they used to do in, old England and in the United States too, with these ridiculous wigs on, right? Okay, it looks better bald, right? Yeah. We have the elephant, a long journey, either physical or mental. Okay, we'll leave you wiser at the end. This definitely could be a mental journey. And we have the camel, preserve, and you will overcome problems. Persevere, not preserve. Yeah, he's got to preserve water though, right? He said, "Hey, look, power and light. Make sure I have some water." Right? The camel, who can go for days. Yeah, there's a God when when the camel can go for days, and take the Arabs where they're going, or take whoever, right, where they were going in the desert without any water. Yeah, I can't be a camel. No, Capricorn. And the solid foundation, success with effort. All right, so this is really beautiful. I have to I have to say. Let's see what we have, Capricorn. Six of Swords showing up here. The Four of Pentacles. So today we're using this Celtic deck. Very cool. Yes, we are. Five of Swords is like kind of a good card here. Wow, we have the Five of Pentacles, and he's removing the blindfold. The little angel, I believe. Five of Pentacles here, which is interesting because it talks usually about kind of a lack of something, or something that is cold, and like something that can't grow, right? And fives are always challenging, and here there are two fives, but there's like an answer here, or a resolution, I should say, with these two fives, because he's praying, or being thankful, and the other guy and the swords are kind of falling here, and then the other guy with him, who looks maybe religious, whatever, but is kind of holding the one sword, but this sword has the wisdom surrounding it, right, with the white light. Yeah. And so let's see what we have in this reading, because I find it highly interesting. So here's the Six of Swords, and she is crossing the bridge with a wand, but the swords are here. So this is a transition, and she's leaving some type of disappointment behind. That is what the Six of Swords is. A difficult cycle is ending. Yeah. And I was saying that, and I feel like somebody here wants to create and protect this. Yeah, they're going to be, they are persevering, and they are wiser, and you're going to be able to build with this person. If this is, somebody here that maybe this is you, Capricorn, in your own life, creating something, definitely protecting something, creating, and learning some major wisdom, right? This judge is supposed to be like the mentor, right? And the devil is somebody who probably did a lot of shadow work here. I mean, it could be, right? Even if we kind of go through an awakening and we realize kind of what was holding us back, what we were doing to ourselves, that's a bit of shadow work. I feel like it is. Even if it wasn't entirely intended. Yeah. All right. So we have the Six of Swords, and a difficult ending. And so you are crossing the bridge. Set your sights on the future. It looks good. Yeah, and that's why she has the wand with the sprouts here, with the leaves, because she's setting her sights on the future, right? The wands are about the future because they're moving forward. We can see it that way, right? In the challenge is the four, not the four, the Nine of Pentacles. So we see this woman sitting here, and she's drinking her tea, and her window is very beautiful. Outside are the roses, right? And then, this is beautiful. And then we have these pentacles here, and so she is looking outside, thinking about something very important. And the Nine of Pentacles, a feeling of being incomplete. Wow. Still seeking goals. So we, in this card, it's not really about, it's about seeking self-sufficiency or not feeling complete, right? The opposite of the traditional deck. Still seeking goals, though others may think you have it all. Yeah, really interesting, Capricorn. Maybe somebody, thinks you have it all, but this could be the person who's coming. There's somebody else here. Now, you guys decide who's playing what role in this reading. Yeah, only you will know that. The Five of Pentacles is crossing it. So we see a difficult ending here to move forward. And we see here, Capricorn, with the woman in the window here. She's at her bay window, her sitting window, which is just so beautiful, right? If you have one of those, it's great. And, but here, excuse me, I'm sorry, you guys. So she sits here, and there's a path outside. Interesting. And there's a path from her house out here, and the water's out here. Very beautiful. So the path is here, and she's still unsure about her future, but it is outside and it is down here. Very interesting here. It sits in the challenge, although others think that she has everything. So this may be your person, but somebody wants this with you. Somebody wants a solid foundation with you, I'm pretty sure. Now, this could be about your work, as I have mentioned. So we have the Five of Swords, and this is why it's all happening, right? And why am I going card by card here a little bit? Because this is a new deck, right? Yeah, and this is really how you learn when you're doing it, not when you're kind of just reading up on it. No, it's like hands-on, right? Which I believe a practical experience, lack of sensitivity. The Five of Swords, interesting. Wow. Interest only in self-gain. Drop the old ideas and change the attitude. So this is in the root. This person has changed because he's praying, right? Yeah, nobody prays if they still have a really bad attitude. No, they hope they don't, because that's going to be a waste, right? Yeah, that's like the old saying. It's not even an old saying, but there's a major saying in the spiritual community, and that is, you cannot solve a problem with the same consciousness that created it, right? So if somebody hasn't gone to therapy or figured themselves out or really changed, it doesn't always have to be therapy, but some type of work, self-work, and if they haven't done that and they say, well, everything's going to change, I'm going to change, and blah, 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 blah. No, it's not, because you're still in the same consciousness that created the problem in the first place. Yeah, so this guy's praying here, and this is probably the person who is coming and leaving a difficult cycle here, Capricorn, or this is you, basically, but this is unsure here because of bad attitudes. So somebody in this reading is ending a difficult cycle, but they don't know if they're going to have a new one. This could be part of the story here, because they have been kind of difficult over here. Yeah, and they kind of didn't learn, but they are now, because he's praying. He said, please help me, right? Help, it's power and light, help. Just kidding. Five of Pentacles. Look at all these fives. OMG, right? So here she is, dressed beautifully. And let's have a look at the Five of Pentacles. And, fives are about change. And we have them together, which is, is even more powerful change. Somebody changes here from their bad perspective, their bad attitude. Maybe they were immature. Maybe they were just, hey, I'm all that, I'm arrogant, right? A lot of people are, it's interesting, arrogant people don't realize they're arrogant. Well, of course not, right? Because maybe then they wouldn't be that way, right? Yeah. It's the whole catch-22 is, is to become aware of what you're doing, so you can be your best self, right? Yeah. And so this the Five of Pentacles. Let's look at the Five of Pentacles. And here it is. Yeah, and this is about, take the time to review what's happening in your life and what you want. Don't be afraid. Listen to your higher self and open the gate of opportunity. Okay, that's what's going on here. Right? Yeah. And so this change right here. It's really, somebody realizes, and that's what this card. And this shows up in the past. So somebody took their blindfold off and said, well, I thought I knew who I was and what I wanted and stuff like that. No, the blindfold comes off, and they know now what they want. And this is some type of, what do they call that? Something. I forgot what the word is. Kind of like when you want forgiveness, or you are changing because you just realize. It doesn't always have to be forgiveness, but it definitely may be in this reading. The Knight of Cups shows up bringing love. Here he is, and he's got a cup. He didn't bring any alcohol, Capricorn, so, don't get mad, right? He's bringing flowers. Because, he loves somebody. Yeah, he said, we can get drunk later, right? Yeah, Capricorn, can you wait at least until 6 o'clock, right? Yeah, and so, I'm just kidding. So that's the mindset, bringing this love. Yeah, there's a lot of learning here. And this is interesting here because somebody feels like somebody sees them having it all, but that's not the case, right? People don't know what's going on in your private life. No, they don't. This is the person who's changing, but people think that that person has everything. Oh no, all kind of they didn't know about themselves, it looks like, or made some poor choices, something like that. Justice, here she is. And the Six of Wands, this is definitely about victory. Excuse me, you guys. And recognition as well. We're gonna look at that in a minute. In the environment is the Seven of Swords. Now, interesting because it usually is the sneaky guy, right? And and these people are playing some type of Celtic instrument here. That's beautiful. They're kind of like bagpipes in a way. There's two of them in one. It looks like. And hold on 1 second, guys. Or there are two kind of horns kind of hooked up to one. Yeah, it's really cool because he's, each hand has one of the horns, but he blows into one mouthpiece. Very nice. And the two swords are in this black cloud, and the five are over here. So really interesting, and that's in the environment. This is in somebody's psyche. It could be, at their house, in their physical environment, but it's usually not. And this is the mental realm, these swords anyway. Ace of Cups reversed in the potential outcome. I find that to be very interesting. And let's have a look here at the rest of these cards. So Justice shows up, and here she is. And this is it's showing up in the near future. And we'll look at Justice, Capricorn, which is usually about fairness. Yeah, it is. But let's see their version, because it is about balancing the scales here. A strong woman stands with grace and power. Her triumph is evident and emphasized by her vivid red dress of individuality. Poised and radiant, she's perfectly balanced between the two pillars. All right. And her need to know and recognize her roots and foundations is seen in her deep green cape. So this is about wisdom, right? Spiritual wisdom or, personal wisdom, just, universal wisdom, things like that. And her need to, okay. Red and white roses remind us that true justice is given in purity and love. For sure it is. The double-edged sword is symbolic of justice. So we have red and white roses over here with the Knight of Cups. So this is about justice and wisdom, but coming to balance the scales. Yeah, it is the strength of God. Oops. And then it says, let's see here, read the right one, Denise. And the double-edged sword is symbolic of justice, assuring us that both sides of an issue are equally evaluated. The law of karma, the law of karma comes into effect. We reap what we sow. The key words are justice and decision. Yeah. It's like a fair decisions being made here. And weighing things out. And that's what this devil is doing. He's just doing it with a paint palette. And he's already added so many things to his pros and cons list because he himself is learning to kind of not be the devil, sort of, right? But these skulls are, they're kind of like, these are kind of like what he's learned as well. It's a trip here, right? So kind of learned in the hard way. Now he's trying to paint kind of his future, so to speak. And the Six of Wands, Capricorn, showing up in the concerning message. The Six of Wands is have faith you can win. That's really what it is. And this is about a victory. And he's standing by the ocean. And this red moon is here. Very interesting. And it is becoming, it's getting dark here. This is like a super moon here for sure. Like a blood moon. And he's standing there. And he is definitely wanting this victory. And this is have faith here. Yeah, he's holding the wand with the wreath of glory. And you can tell the look in his face like, I'm going to win. I'm going to have this. I want this. I've learned. I'm wiser. I'm ending a difficult cycle here. Somebody could have learned some karmic lessons in this reading with this Justice card here and the Devil. They could have got their butt kicked all over the front yard, Capricorn. Yeah, and the neighbors are out there going, what are you doing? Well, I had to, invite Capricorn over to kick my butt, to, wake me up. And the Seven of Swords in the psyche, in the environment, most likely, or in the emotional environment, the Seven of Swords, things may have not worked out the way you planned in the environment. So this is somebody's leaving a cycle here, ending a difficult cycle, moving toward their future with a wand, right? And this Seven of Swords is Somebody is realizing here, this didn't work, like my plans didn't work out. They didn't work out because somebody was kind of in their shadow side. Somebody didn't learn. Somebody did, they've learned now, but they didn't know. And that's why this card here too talks about this judge here, which is the Hierophant in that deck. It talks about learning. It talks about knowing now what you really want, and you made that decision for the right reasons. You just didn't kind of bump into, Sleeping Beauty or somebody, the queen of, I don't know, Venus or somebody, and go, wow, that person's great. I'm just going with this. No, this is a decision made on wisdom right here with Justice. And so maintain inner harmony. There are many paths to personal freedom. Yeah, somebody wants freedom here from something. And here they are, ending the cycle. Walking across the bridge, leaving the swords at the side. She's holding her wand up like, I'm going. It's almost like her banner or her flag, or, here she is. And so the Page of Swords is here. And, it can be about a message. It can. The pages are, sometimes somebody young. But I don't feel that is, it could be about a child. Let's have a look at that. Maybe there's a child, maybe you have one, maybe they have one. And where is the page here? A young person's activities could cause you some concern. Yeah, maybe somebody's concerned here about their child. That could definitely be happening here. Somebody could be leaving like a marriage that didn't work out. Right here, or a relationship, right here in the environment is something that didn't work out. Yeah. And so we have the Ace of Cups reversed, and this is in a potential outcome, Capricorn. So the Ace of Cups showing up reversed, and there's Cupid sitting on the cup. And this is egotistical and self-centered. Yeah, this reading could be about, this is a trip here because we're going to clarify this, but this can be right here about somebody who's concerned about their kid because they think that they were selfish. And I feel like that could be happening. The devil is the epitome of selfishness, right? And so he's trying to make the right decisions now. I got my pros and cons list here, right? I'm learning. I let these people that used to be here chained, I let them go. And we see the mentor. So somebody's learned. We see it here with Justice in this spiritual wisdom over here. And this man praying. So whoever's like leaving something that didn't work out right here is concerned here probably about their child with the Ace of Cups reversed in the outcome. Let's get a card on that because I find that to be very interesting, of course, right? And let's see what we have for Capricorn, and we have the Ace of Pentacles in the upright. Yeah, you see. So this is somebody here who wants a new beginning with you, and we see it, right? We know that in this reading. Here's the Knight of Cups. We know that. We got it, right? Now, the Ace of Pentacles is in the upright, but the Ace of Cups reversed. They're concerned about somebody here. But this is what they want. This is what they are coming for, a brand new beginning. They're offering you something solid. And something that is not solid ends here. Yeah, and we'll get a card on the Page of Swords. And we have the star with it. Okay, let me look at the star. The hummingbird's in back of him. And he's standing there. And the big star, this is beautiful. And he's at the village. The water's there. And interesting, because here, the star, he's holding the wand. Right? Usually he's the water bearer. And the star, Capricorn, showing up here is concerned with, let's see, is the positive aspect of the connection of the conscious level that is trying to comprehend the universal consciousness. Yeah, the star can be like an awakening, right? Understanding the stars, basically. We see a young man triumphant, having reached the sight of his goals. He now has the confidence that success brings. His roots are firmly established. The tree of life is reaching out in new growth toward his higher consciousness. Oh, beautiful. Yeah, and this is the tree of life behind him. Yeah, it's reaching out. Like the branch is just, the tree's way over here, but the branch is kind of like, it's kind of a trip there. It's kind of like just one branch is down behind him, right? Like to help him. And a beautiful bird the hummingbird brings in the light of understanding, symbolizing the complete rebirth of spiritual freedom. discovered within. Around the man are the gifts of new life. His hand has released the sword, and it is firmly lodged in the wall that leads to his new home. And the star overhead will always remain in view. The key words are health, hope, and aspiration. Yeah, maybe you're moving, Capricorn. His hand has released the sword and is firmly, yeah, the new gifts around the man are new gifts of life, and this is a complete rebirth of spiritual freedom discovered within. I think I skipped that part, right? Yeah. I'm not sure here, reading fast, but the keys are health, hope, and aspiration. The beautiful symbol indicates the future accomplishment of goals presently being developed. Somebody might be really caring about their kid here, possibly, but this is also about an awakening in a new beginning. And since, the Page of Swords is a messenger all day long and twice on Sunday. So this could be that this person, I feel like they're coming to tell you this, Capricorn. I really feel like you have news here. Yeah, and this person has gone through, honestly, they look like they went through the mill. Yeah, it does really look like that. But this is what is predicted and forecasted here, Ace of Pentacles. We're going to end the reading. Thank you so much for joining me. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. And please hit the little bell. And go check out my new moon in Pisces, Capricorn, because you'll see how it's affecting you, right? And it is really about dreaming big. That's really what it's about, right? Imagining and creating. Thank you so much.